Hello and welcome to today's second pendulum reading. Just bear with me. If I buffer for one moment, I'm just sharing the live. So bear with me one moment. I know the lighting's bad in here now. Ella, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. So yeah, it's the same stream, the same kind of thing. We have pendulum, yes or no, and we have oracle cards. He messaged today. Okay, that's good. Thank you for the confirmation. Thank you for the confirmation and feedback. Yeah, how is it? How are things? How do you feel on that? Yeah, so same oracle cards if you were in today. Akashic, chakra, love, shadow healing, and star seed. Don't think you can see. You can't see the chakra. I don't think. Okay, Ella. Can I trust that Andre wants to work on this relationship and be better this time when he comes back to our home? Yeah, I resonate with what you're saying there. I feel happy because he messaged, but I'm afraid to trust. Absolutely, you really are. You really are taking a leap of faith with that because I do think that we've seen that he can grow and learn. I think he can grow and learn. I think that's something that's within the realm of possibility, basically. But it is definitely about him stepping up to that energy, up to that vibration. It's like it's available to him, but will he do it? So you're kind of taking a leap of faith on that, I would say. Well, let's do the question. Sorry for chatting on. Let's do the question. So, can you trust? Okay, can you trust? Let's do it. Yeah, so we're getting a no at the moment. So we are getting a no, and it kind of makes sense a little bit. I mean, like I always say, pendulum is not as accurate as crystal ball. If it's under 50%, it is a no. If it's over 50%, it is a yes. And I do think that it's like I said, it feels like it's in the realm of possibility to me in with my own feelings and gifts. It feels like it's in the realm of possibility, but he needs to grab it. So I feel like he's coming around. I mean, particularly like if he's messaging, then hopefully he is coming around. But yeah, I do think I think he could go either way, and I think he really needs to. Hopefully, it's shaking him up enough, you know, to get onto that path. I think there's a possibility, but of course, I think the possibility is quite low, and that's why we're getting no at the moment. But I do think he could raise to it and grasp it. I do think. Hey, hello, welcome. And Alice says maybe if you could please ask a card for some advice and also a card to check his intentions. Yes, okay. So let's do a love card because that makes sense with a love connection. But we might do Akashic as well. Akashic and kind of feeling. If you feel drawn to a different one, do tell me. But let's do love at the moment. Okay, so we have soulmate coming through. So, soulmate card, it can link to different types of spiritual connections. It's not necessarily a soulmate, like it can be, there isn't a twin flame card in the deck. So the soulmate can be like soulmate sort of family member, twin flame, it can be different things, but it shows that there is a soul spiritual connection, basically. So whether that is someone who you're supposed to learn a lesson from, or whether it's someone you're meant to spend your whole life with, it can go either way. But I certainly do feel like he is having a lesson from the connection with you, and if he learns that lesson, Perfect. If he learns that lesson, I think he'd be great, a great partner. So yeah, we're at least being confirmed that there's a deeper spiritual connection, which I think gives you some affirmation and confirmation that you're not doing this for nothing, and you're not, if you're holding space to him and really giving him a chance, it's not for nothing, at least, I would say. Let's do a Kashik, okay. Oh, we get the Queen of Roses. Right, this is a really, really good omen for relationships. So, a Queen of Roses. So, a lot of the time with the Queen of Roses, it can link a little bit to the home, like the Queen of Keys, because she's in her comfort. Okay, so she tends to have everything she needs. So she's quite rested and relaxed in mind, body, and spirit. She's quite rested and relaxed in her relationship, work, home. It is quite a high energy with the Queen cards, but generally the Roses it does link more to the love path, of course. So it's a positive omen basically, because she's comfortable in her relationship, and she is getting what she wants. She's manifesting what she wants in her relationship. Love is coming her way. Now, of course, we could say with the Queen of Roses, it's a new love coming your way. A new love is sparking your interest and coming onto the path. It's possible. It's absolutely, of course, it is possible. But it's interesting that we're looking at this, to see him and his intentions, and to see the connection. So, we're kind of having confirmation is resonating with the actual connection, since that's what we're asking, and I think there's potential for it. I just want to make sure he does step up to it, because I don't want you to get hurt again. So let's see. Maybe we might do a chakra if you do want another one, but I do think they were at least some kind of confirmations. I'm very well, AA. How are you? Yeah, growing up a little bit, absolutely. AA says, will Asha contact me today? Yes. I guess a yes on that, so best of luck. Megha says a love card for me and R. Okay, so you have, oh my gosh, you have separation. Now, separation is generally, of course, a negative card, because it's about separating from the partner. But I think the interesting thing with some relationships, which I think does count for your relationship, is separation can be distance. So it's not necessarily separating the relationship, but it could be separating physically. So if you're traveling away, if he's traveling away, being a long distance can also come up in this card. And I do think you've mentioned that recently. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think you've mentioned traveling away. It says time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and that could be time apart in distance. So let's try to think about it like that. I don't feel a lot of negativity around your connection. I know I sense up and downs with it, and I know that I do see I know that I sense up and downs with it, and I know that I sometimes see that there has been like flirty energy in other places, but generally I do see a positive and high potential with your connection. So yeah, I think it links to distance personally, myself. Ella sees exactly, if he learns the lessons, I see it being great too. Yeah, and everybody does need to learn lessons, a lot of people say things like, once this, always this, once a cheat, always a cheat, once this, always that. I'm a very strong believer that people grow and heal and change. And I've seen it myself, I've done it myself. So of course, yeah, I do definitely believe it's possible. So AA says, card for Ali and my connection. Well, we do a love card, why not? There you are. Chemistry. So you have chemistry between each other. There's a strong magnetic attraction. A strong magnetic attraction can sometimes have deeper meaning, like it can be a twin flame or a past life connection as well. But there's a lot of chemistry which you really click. Maybe even you notice that you really clicked right away in the beginning of the relationship, or when you first met. Alice says, thank you so much. Yes, a chakra one too. If you can't, yes, of course. So let's see. Oh, we have the throat chakra, very interesting since you had communication today. So throat chakra coming up is very interesting. But also says quest. So with quest, we are seeing the the lesson part, the life mission part, the way this ties in with the life mission, the way this ties in with the life lessons. So I think talking about how maybe the healing and growing from what he has done wrong within your connection, it kind of seems like confirmation to me that it's part of his life lesson. So hopefully he learns it, like we're saying here. But the throat chakra, very important. So if you, I know you're having communication, you've had communication, but work on the throat chakra might be good, might be powerful, might be positive between you guys, or just on yourself to keep this going or increase this or anything like that, you know. And even with work on the throat chakra is not just about getting communication when you're not in contact. It can be about being understood better, explaining things better, understanding other people better, because it's the throat chakra is in its whole entirety, you know, is not just communication but listening as well. It's giving and receiving communication, you know. So that's quite nice. Mecca says we are in distance currently. Yes, I do agree with that. I mean, like, I agree with that. That's what the card means. Allah, does Andre love me like his partner? Okay. So we're getting a no on that as well. So we are getting no's with him at the moment, which I think it shows the state that his energy is in. How was the reply? If you feel more comfortable to message me off stream, you're very welcome to. But do you feel like you opened up like a big communication, or does it seem still closed off at the moment? Because from the two no's that we've got right now, I feel like the energy is still closed off a little bit, maybe defensive and deflective right now. So I think this possibly will change, but of course, if you get certain answers on certain questions in like one stream, you're always welcome to check in on the next to see if that energy's changed. Like I always say, some things are predetermined. They won't change, they'll always be the same, but a lot of things are open to free will, people's energies, people's emotions, and the paths can change, and we can check on that. USA. Is that what it is? I don't know how I say your name. It's like, is it one word or is it USA? I'm not really sure. But hello and welcome. It's really nice to see you, and I know you've been in before. I just never quite know how to say your name. Allah says yes, he did message saying he wants to come back and that he misses me and wants to restore things better between us. That's good. Okay, that's good. So yeah, interesting that it's coming as no's. Maybe energy just shifting, maybe things just realigning. You know, if he's only just kind of built up the courage to, I suppose admit fault a little bit. Maybe that's why it's coming like that. You haven't replied just yet. Are you thinking what to say, you know? Well, it's really nice to talk to you, Ella. Even if it's quite a quiet stream, it's quite nice to talk to you and catch up on that. Yeah, I'm kind of glad, because there's part of me when things like this happen. There's part of me that, you know, rarely holds the person I'm talking to, like usually the lady, because I connect more with girls on these kind of streams. But even if it's a guy, so let's just say the person that I talk to, when I connect with you guys and you go through a situation like that, I really support you, and I really feel like I want you to really value yourself and hold your value high. So part of me is like, you can do better, just value yourself and don't, you know, release that person. But then the other part of me, the part that can check connections of relationships and things like that, that's where I kind of realised that sometimes there's potential, sometimes there's all these opportunities and possibilities together. So even though I don't want people to be treated badly, I can see the potential in the connection and the growth that other person can do. And then I'm kind of like, okay, I'm rooting for that now. I'm supporting that, I'm rooting for that. But you really do deserve to be valued. So I think just remember that, you know. You're giving a chance here, I suppose, and he has to really run with that chance and prove to you, you know. Yeah, trying to have more self-love. Yeah, I mean, 7 years, it's so worth salvaging if possible. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree, yeah. Will he want to prove it? Okay. And we're still getting no's. I think we should I mean the cards, I think the cards are resonating with how he's feeling now. But I think the pendulum's resonating with like that kind of defensive deflective energy that he was having previously. I feel like his energy is shifting and we're kind of picking up how it was very recently rather than how it's shifting right now. It's kind of how I feel because well, that all knows, which I just don't believe. Um, I think that his energy is shifting. I think he's gone through that. I definitely think he's gone through thinking like, oh, we should just break up, and I'm not going to prove him. I certainly think he's gone through that, and I think that's the energy that's still there. But I think it will change after you reply. Like the next stream after you reply, I think that will shift to yeses. I absolutely do. Um, so yeah, I think that'd be really interesting to see as well. After that, after you reply, and then we do another stream, hopefully very soon. I think that would shift. Hopefully the next one will be a crystal ball. I'm just at my mum's at the moment, so I just brought like the minimal amount of things with me. Um, Ella says, how should I reply? Like be normal and polite. Yeah, he's a bit depressed about his life right now too, which yes, does drag the energy down as well. Um, yeah, I mean, I think the key is to not don't hold back too much on your emotions, your self value, and what you kind of want. But I suppose you can't really put it in a demanding kind of way. So yeah, I really would say being normal and polite is good, but still getting your point across on what you need from the relationship. You know what you need, and just remember to keep your. I know it can be difficult when we do go through those periods where our self love isn't at the highest it could be, but I think just keep trying to remember your value, and uh, definitely I would definitely you know I would definitely kind of lay out things that I need in a relationship, but try to do it in a not very demanding way. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, normal and polite as the general energy that you're giving off. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, I feel like he needs to. It's almost like he needs to feel that the love is still there, but he also needs to be, your words need to be true. Your words need to be what you need, and putting it in a polite way, but definitely saying what you need, putting forward what you really need. Because yeah, just don't forget to value yourself. That's like the main thing I will say, because you're the one who things should be proven to now. So he really should be a little bit more in um the chaser role at the moment, Elizabeth. You're very welcome, of course. Yeah. I mean, feel free to email me if you want to talk about it or just vent about it or ask any questions, if you're not sure. You're very welcome to message me, email like off stream. You're very, very welcome. It says there's 6 people in, but I feel like it's just us talking, which I don't mind. But guys, if anybody else is here and wants to do a reading, it's yes or no questions for the pendulum, or you can choose from cards. So we have Akashic, Chakra, Love, Shadow Healing, and Starseed. Sadia, hello and welcome. Yeah, absolutely. My emails, Discord, Facebook, always open to have a little discussion. If I don't reply straight away, just bear with me. I can get a little bit busy sometimes, but I'll always reply when I have the time. Always. So Sadia, sorry, I'm very well. I hope you are well. I want to know if my DM is interested in someone else. Okay. Guessing a yes on that, unfortunately, I'm so sorry to say. Pumpkin, welcome back. Will I be in a serious relationship within the next 3 months? Okay. So guessing a no. So hopefully it's not too much longer than 3 months, but you're guessing a no on that at the moment. But then again, you might meet the person within the next 3 months, but you might just not enter that relationship, have that title yet, you know? You might still be like dating a little bit. Ella, could I ask you for a star seed for Andre? Yes, absolutely. I love these ones. Oh, pop right out. Vision. I always show it, even though I know that the writing's back to front for you. Vision. Trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. Okay, so trust in the ability that you both have to create the vision of that relationship. You know, very fitting as well, I would say. Let's see. Lisa, it's all realizing that things have backfired. Okay. Yes. Yes, a yes on that. Pumpkin, is SM okay with our departure? And does he know that I found out about him and my sister? Is he okay with our departure? Okay. Yes. Get a yes on that. And does he know that I found out about him and my sister? Maybe. So there might be kind of like an inkling or a suspicion, but not fully knowing, I would say. Ella, could I also ask you regarding about an exam that I want to do in September? Will I pass it? September 17th? Do you mean like the 17th? Let's see, will you pass it? Okay. I hope so. Best of luck. Ah, respin. It's asking me to respin. Maybe. So, okay. We're guessing a maybe, but let's pray, let's manifest, let's work on that. It's not a no, so it's better than a no at least. You have a possibility there. Pumpkin, does SM know that I no longer want anything to do with him? Okay. Guessing a yes. Ella, also on September 19th, organic chemistry. I don't have much time, but I was curious if I study from tomorrow, will I pass it? Okay, let's do that one. Ah, respin again. The energy with those might be a bit open. Yes! I guess a yes on that one at least. So a maybe and a yes. Yeah. Well, best of luck, of course. And do let me know how it goes as well. I kind of feel like even if I jump off the stream pretty quickly, it's been really nice. I had one stream once that was like this, where it was just me and Kieran, another subscriber, Kieran, just chatting. It was like pretty much just us. I think we had a couple of people jump in. And it's always really nice to get to know someone a little bit deeper, a little bit closer, you know? It's really nice. Pumpkin, I had already tried to cut him back. Did SM do a come back to me spell on him? Okay. Yes, guessing a yes on that. Ella, I wanted to ask you how can we connect with our spirit guides? Okay, so connecting with spirit guides, I have written I think I've written 2 articles on that. I can give more detail depending on the type of spirit guide. So we do have, you know, for some people it's like I just want to understand the messages that come through clearer. Like a lot of people see angel numbers and they don't know what to do with them, what to make of them. They don't get clearer messages. So for some people it's just about tuning in a little bit more, which can take a bit of time, meditation, particularly crown chakra work. Third eye is great for your psychic abilities, but if you really want spirit guides, your crown is certainly the most important. But yeah, there's plenty of things that you can do, but it goes a bit deeper when we think of, is it angels, is it our ancestors, depending what kind of guides, you know. Yeah, I never use black magic, or a lot of people think this, but all of my magic is white magic. So yeah, I can send you the articles I've written, and also If you want to connect a bit more about it, talk a bit more about it, we can talk about what type of spirit guides you want to connect with, or like I said, if it's just getting clearer messages, we can talk about that. But Pumpkin, does Anthony still want to work things out? Okay. Yes. Ella, definitely I wish you could see me too. Yes! You know, maybe the thing is we used to do Discord calls. We used to do Discord calls, like video chats, where a few people from the community would get together and we would just chat. So it'd be very relaxed, not like I'm reading and people are listening. It would be everyone's talking, everybody gets a chance to talk, just about anything, spiritual things, life things, and it was really nice. But we just find it so difficult to match up at the right times to do it enough. The first time when we actually did get to do it, we were talking for 6 hours, and I actually had to say, guys, I'm sorry, but it's been 6 hours. We have to end it. We could have gone longer, I'm sure. I would love to do that again, and I think as the community is growing and more people are coming in, there might be chances to actually do that because more people on similar time zones can match up, so that'd be nice. So is there any spell that could help us? Yes. Yeah. So you can do, oh sorry, Pumpkin, I missed you. Are my sister and SM currently talking about me? Guessing a yes on that, oh my. Your situation, it doesn't sound the best, you know? I really, sending positive energy to you, you know? But yeah, Ella, so is there any spell that could help us? So yes, you could do like communication, sweetening, even just a general love spell to fix, or you could do like a cleansing of the connection. I think, did you do that? Sorry if I'm mentioning something you've already done. But yeah, there are plenty of different things, but when I do spells, I always tailor it to the kind of needs. So I might tailor a few things within the spell to make it a bit more suited to your situation. And yeah, never black magic, so don't worry. I only work with black magic when I'm removing it from other people. Lisa, Starseed, absolutely. There we are. So you have observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Expanding your consciousness. And being very observant of things as well, especially on the spiritual path. It's like I was talking just then about angel numbers to Ella. A lot of people ask me, like, what does this angel number mean? What does this angel number mean? And I'm like, take a moment, observation, like the Starseed card said. It's very important, you know. What were you doing, thinking? What were you doing and thinking, and where were you when you saw the numbers? Because, you know, it's not just the numbers, it's when they come through. Why do you see them at that specific time? Sadia, divine guidance about my love life, please. What should I do if my DM is interested in someone else? Yeah, so it's definitely a difficult situation with the DM being interested in someone else. To me, it always depends on the what can I call it? The stage of the relationship. So if you're if you're just talking, or you're not really together, you haven't given it an official title, it's not too bad if they have interest elsewhere. It's when they like say that they're committing to you, they speak it into existence that they're committing to you, and I think that's when you really need to worry about it. So it does kind of depend what stage you guys are in. I would say that that's probably an important thing to look at first. Pumpkin, I don't understand why SM still want, but let's do for Sally. I'll pull you a love card though. Flat! You have flat. Interesting. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So being light-hearted, being light-hearted could be a message. Maybe if it isn't maybe if it is a really beginning stage of the relationship, not to take it to heart too much, and to be, I would say, confident as well that when you get to a certain level, they will only want you because of your energy, your being, everything about you. Pumpkin, I don't understand why SM still wanted me after dating my sister. Was it more for the friendship or because he loved me and wanted to be with me? Okay, so let's ask, was it more for friendship? No. Okay, so loving and wanting to be with you then. Let's see what we get on that. Yes, we get a yes. So maybe feeling like that was a bit of a mistake, maybe like or liking you better, you know? I'll email you regarding that too about the spirit guides. Angels and ancestors would be nice to hear their messages. Yes, absolutely. That's perfect. I'm really happy. I mean, I'm perfectly happy to talk about like everyone's life paths and anything like that. But really, really love the spiritual talk. It's definitely one of my favorite conversations. So that would be great. Pumpkin, am I right to cut my sister off? Okay, let's see what we get. So we are getting a yes, but I feel like it would be temporary. I do feel like, the thing is with family, so the family we're born with, like blood family, they're the ones that we have lessons to learn with. The soul family that we gravitate to, that we're not related to, but we see as family, our best friends, things like that. They're the ones that make us feel comfortable and we don't have any drama or craziness with them. It's usually the blood family that we do have the drama and craziness with because it's all about life lessons. So I would certainly say like cutting someone off temporarily to kind of teach them a lesson, I suppose. But I wouldn't say for good. Trong, hello, welcome. Sorry, I only speak English. I'm so sorry. Ella, no, I didn't do any spells with you, but that's a good idea. Cleansing. Cleansing is one of the most important for any connection, because even a really, really strong loving connection, you can have a heart chakra cord that's super, super strong and positive, whilst also having a negative one. And I think some people don't really, not that they don't understand that, but it doesn't cross our minds sometimes. And I think that, I only cleanse the negative. So sometimes as well, cleansing it's like a fresh slate, it's like clean energy. It's almost like things can improve without actually adding anything. Because if you think of like a Reiki or a spell, it's like adding something. Cleansing is just taking the negative away and leaving what is left as quite natural. But I love spells and I love Reiki, but I'm just saying how cleanse is kind of a little bit more important in my eyes. Ella, but do the spells last for a while or do we have to redo it after? Everybody is different. Everybody is different. They usually do last. It depends because the thing with a spell is that I think like a spell is like having stabilizers on a bike. The spell is to kind of hold you up as you get to a certain point. But once you're at that point, it's like if you use the spell to fix like how can I say? What can I say? So let's say you use the spell to get your. This is just an example, but let's say you were in a great relationship, but you were just fed up with the fact that you weren't married. Let's say that if you use the spell to get the partner to marry you, and then you progressed and like that, and you got married, and all of these emotions heightened and became even more amplified because of the spell work and because of the marriage. When the spell wears off, you're not married. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like it's not like suddenly after the spell wears off there's divorce papers, So it's kind of like what you do with that spell energy is the thing that's going to go on and last. So you might not be the spell kind of is like an upward trajectory, but it might get to a plateau, but at least you will stay at that plateau. You won't drop again, if that makes sense. So some people do redo it. Everybody is different. Everybody like feels differently from the spell work. I do have people that book in like every 3 months, every 6 months, every once a year. So everyone feels different about it. But I suppose it's viewing the manifestations after they come rarely is probably the idea. Pumpkin says that's awful. I feel the both backstabbing and betraying me. They are disgusting after what they did to me. I'm so heartbroken. Yeah, people can be so cruel. People really can. Whether they're friends, family, people you don't know. Ella, yeah, love light and blessings to you, Pumpkin. By the way, like I hope you're okay. And I hope everything is good. Turns out better for you. I'll a spell for better communication for him. Oh my god, that would be great because he's not that great on communicating. Like he gets stuck and needs a day or two to get his thoughts together and then speaks. Yeah, and that's like it's nice to take care and attention to what you're saying and think about it, but you can't leave someone hanging for that long. Not someone who you've been in a relationship with for that long, in my opinion. Pumpkin, has SM went to go visit my sister in Idaho and spend time with her? Let's see. I guess a yes on that as well. Pumpkin, do SM and my sister know that I know they are talking to each other? Maybe. Maybe. So there might be some suspicion. Lisa, may I have a card on RC realization about me? Like a love card? Lisa, do you mean like a love card? Just, yeah, I'm, love card? Is that what you want? So if I do the communication spell as well, could that help and he won't go back to being quiet and taking days, to gather his thoughts. Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, even the cleanser, if there is issues at his throat chakra, it could help with that already. But communication spell is just going to add that extra push, I guess. Yeah, extra push, I would say, because yeah, but like I said, sometimes the cleanser is enough, but it depends on wanting to wait for it, because a cleanser, the shifting of a cleanser usually takes 28 days, so some people don't want to wait until then to get their spell cast, so it just depends on how you feel. Lisa, I'm not sure what card it should be, if love or spirit guidance. Okay, well, let's see, let's do Akashic, and if we're not really feeling it resonating too much, we will do a love card. Okay, so we have, oh, look at that. So maybe it doesn't link to what you're asking, like RC, but actually see how this resonates with you, because this is the Karmic Trench. So this is one of the only cards in the deck that we want to draw upside down, which you have. So if you look at it this way, it's a man in like a farm, and he's just digging and digging and digging and digging the same hole. He's just digging that hole. So with that, it's kind of like he's either repeating the same negative habit. It could be like smoking, drinking, something like that. It could even be like a habit in relationships, like keep going to a narcissist, when we keep attracting the same person. It's like we're not learning our lesson. It's some kind of repeating cycle. Sometimes it's a repeating cycle from lifetime to lifetime. Hello, Melissa. I'll be with you right in a moment. So it's like repeating a cycle from lifetime to lifetime sometimes. If you don't feel like you have a negative habit, or that RC has a negative habit, it might be a repetition of something. You're coming back, you're reincarnating back because you're not learning something, or they're not learning something. But when we draw it upside down, it's about coming out of that karmic trench. So it's about finally not doing that negative habit anymore, or finally not repeating that cycle with that person anymore. It's a really positive one. It's about karma, good karma coming. So it's actually a really positive card. The only card in the deck, I think it's the only one in the deck that we want upside down. We want to draw it upside down. Yeah, so but if you want a different card, do let me know. Lisa, do let me know. Melissa, so could I ask you, my co-workers like me? Of course. Let's see. We got a no. If you want, so a no on co-workers, it could just be the majority. So if it's over 50, wait, how do I say this? Yeah, if over 50% of the co-workers aren't really feeling you right now, then it may go to no. But there could be specific people who, it depends how many you have. If you have like 4, this could be no because 3 don't like you and 1 might do. So you're very welcome to ask more, what do I say? Specific questions. I'm sorry about negative answers. I never like to give negative answers. Oh, Pumpkin, thank you so much for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Why does SM even want anything to do with me if he's been with my sister this whole time and then come back to me? Okay, so definitely more of a crystal ball question, but actually I've been challenging myself to a crystal ball, any scrying tool like crystal ball, it's like how can I say it? It's a tool to project your own abilities, and I have been trying to tap in a little bit more to my psychic abilities without using the scrying mirror, the balls, and things like that. So I think I'll try to do this question that way, as though, in my mind, as though I'm using a crystal ball. So why does SM even want anything to do with me if he's been with my sister this whole time and then come back to me? Okay. Okay, so in my own gifts outside of using the pendulum, of course, I cleanse and tune the pendulum, of course, before every stream. But in my own gifts, I'm not really picking up physical chords SM um SM and the sister. Like I don't feel like I'm picking up physical chords between them, but I'm not going to go against what the pendulum's saying, but I don't feel physical chords between them. But I do feel some kind of attraction, something that could be messaging, that could be something like that. It does feel like something that's not great, that you wouldn't really want, but doesn't feel physical to me. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting out what I feel. But I do feel like there's definitely a preference to you in some way. Like I feel like there's it's almost like I feel like I don't even feel like this is just with the sister. I feel like there's almost like you use the phrase rolling eye, like when someone that can't just look at their person, their one person that they're in a relationship with. They're very attracted to like other people. They look around a lot. That's what they call it, like a rolling eye. Um, it feels a little bit like SM is like that. There's attraction in other places as well. Although, like I said, I'm not picking up physical chords. I do feel like there's a preference to you. Like if we were to rank these people where this attraction is going, it does feel like you're kind of towards the top, if that makes sense. Like you're a preference. And I do feel like there's a combination between the way you look and personality with that. So yeah, um, but yeah, people shouldn't be like that. People shouldn't be going off like whatever it is, whether it's flirting with other people or whatever, and then like coming back to you, you know. Lisa, they do. So since it's reverse, it means the realization about me is that I won't repeat the cycle. Yeah, not repeating the cycle is the reverse meaning. Tanya, hello, welcome. Tanya M was in here. Oh, it's nice to see you. You're very welcome to send some questions. Melissa, okay, no worries. Can I ask if me and Joe, are going to work out? Okay. Sorry, I didn't know why I couldn't read that. If you and Joe are going to work out. Getting a no on that, unfortunately, I'm really sorry to say. Oh, I really don't like giving the negative answers. Um, Ella says, which chakra do I have blocked? I used to do chakra meditations. I need to get back into it. I feel great after meditation. That's perfect. A lot of people find meditation really hard. And I always say, just push through and keep trying, because once you are kind of practiced at it, or, it just comes to you, it's it is great, and you do feel great after it. It has so many benefits. So okay, which chakra do you have blocked? I will do an actual energy check on you rather than pulling a card for this one. So let me just take a moment. It's low energy at the heart, but not blocked. I would say there is a little bit of dense energy at the solar plexus, so there is a bit of a block there. There's also a little bit of dense energy at the sacral. Sacral's like slightly off balance. So it's definitely not. So I know it sounds bad picking out like three chakras, but honestly, that's not. It's not so bad. It's definitely things that can be cleared. It's definitely um. There is, although there's dense energy, we don't want that. It is pretty minimal. It doesn't seem like it would be a basically it doesn't seem like it would be a challenge to release it, basically. So yeah, but I would focus on each of those chakras really, and then maybe, even though there's nothing wrong at your throat exactly, it might be an area to focus on. Just even if a chakra doesn't have an issue, if you want to amplify the energy there, it might be good to do that. You know, if we're looking for communication a bit more. At least you're very welcome. I'm really glad that it resonated. Defect or something. I'm really not sure how to say that. Defect. Hello and welcome. So guys, if you are new in, it's yes or no questions for the pendulum, or you can choose an oracle card that I have today: Akashic, Chakra, Love, Starseed, and Shadow Healing. So you can choose a card or ask a question. You can go ahead. Although I cannot believe it's been 45 minutes already, so we actually don't have too much longer on here. But yeah, go ahead, ask your questions, get them in. So Ella says, I used to do Sahara yoga. Have you heard about it? Possibly. I don't remember. So I definitely would need a refresh on it. But I used to do a lot of meditation classes. Like I would just go around my town, the city, and I would just take like different meditation classes, and like aerial yoga, all sorts of different things that I tried. Some of them would have like mantras and chants during them. Some of them would have breathing exercises. Some of them will be more upbeat, like movements, and some of them will be a little bit more relaxed, like Pilates-esque. Yeah, so I've done a lot of different ones. I used to love it. When I was younger, I did love yoga, but now I probably do sun salutations, and that's probably it as far as yoga goes, really. But yeah, I should probably get back into it. I go through phases with what I'm doing spiritually, and right now it's like free flow dance movement, that's more what I'm into at the moment. But I do love yoga. I certainly would look into it. Ella, how do you call the chakras? If you can give some advice. Yes, so I don't think so again, I'm going back to articles that I've written, so I do apologise for that, but I don't think I've done an article on every chakra yet, which I really should do, because I started it so long ago. I don't think I've done an article on each one. I think I've only done root, third eye, and solar plexus. I should get through the rest of them really, but so in the article it's got frequencies that you should listen to, meditations that you can do, mantras that you can do, yoga poses, and some of them I think, mudras, and foods that you can eat. So there's certain foods that help each chakra. I think that's it. Frequencies, meditations, yoga, mudras, food you can eat. There's a few different tips for each chakra, because every chakra is a little bit different. But of course you can just meditate on the area, it doesn't have to be super complex, but these things can help. I do like to, I will kind of go through shifts and phases with foods as well. So when I'm really working on my third eye, I eat tons more blueberries than I usually eat and things like that. So yeah. It might be beneficial just to read the articles, but it's kind of encouraging me to go ahead and actually finish the rest of the chakras. But yeah, so meditation, things like that, foods you can eat, and getting cleansers. But like I say, it's always good to do things yourself as well, not to always commission someone. Of course, I'm always going to mention that, because if you do want that, you can get it from me, but I'm really supportive of people doing things for themselves as well, like whether that's spells or Reiki or meditation or anything. Sahaja, is it Ja? Yoga? So, okay, just got a message there, sorry, just reply to that message, there we are. Swathi, hello, welcome, I hope you are well. So yeah, I think I will check out that yoga, because it's been a while. Lisa, may I have a card from my future partner's higher self? Let's do a star seed, and I might pull a love one as well for that. So Lisa, you have patience. Interesting, patience. Patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. So it might just be about the divine timing before you meet or before you like really connect. Let's do a love card as well. Oh, so you have honeymoon. Very nice. Honeymoon. And it says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So with that, it's of course it can be like just going on a holiday, but sometimes it's of course linked to actually getting married and going on a honeymoon. So that's quite a nice positive omen for the connection coming up. Pumpkin, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Has SM, bear with me, sorry. Has SM gone to Idaho to spend time with my sister more than once? Was this before he asked me to come to the gig? Okay, so let's do the first question. Has SM gone to Idaho to spend time with my ex more than once? Okay. I'm guessing a yes on that. I'm really, you know, deflated. Don't feel happy about the pendulum answers. Was this before he asked me to come to his gigs this summer? Okay. Yes, I'm guessing a yes on that as well. So I'm really sorry about that coming through. Swaffy, I've been really well. I hope you have been well. Is there a certain type of yoga that you like to do? I was just saying it's been such a long while since I did it that I've probably been doing that I've mostly recently only done like sun salutations. Probably all I've done in terms of yoga lately. Oh, it's not actual yoga, but it's really cool. Great, that sounds great. And you think it works? Yeah, I would definitely try it. Swaffy, thank you so much. Oh, it's such a compliment because I'm at my man's today, so I'm actually just like kind of in his. I rearranged all of the furniture in his dining room to have a bit of a have some flowers here. I like this. I like the. I was saying before I was calling it old. I couldn't think of the word medieval. It reminds me medieval. But I love this. It's like a gargoyle kind of thing. I really love that. But yeah, I don't have my own lighting or anything like that. It's really a makeshift, just on my phone. No good lighting, so I really appreciate. A lot of people have been giving me compliments, and I really appreciate that. And yeah, you feel magical, amazing, because you are magical. It's why you feel magical. You're in a space where other people support the magic. That's what it is. Pumpkin, will I be able to meet someone I can be with that I was as attracted to as SM before the end of the year? Okay. Yes, you get a yes on that, so that's great. And Lisa says that's beautiful. Yes. And Swaffy says any guidance for me. Okay, so I'll do a few cards for you since I haven't seen you in such a long time. Don't feel that's your one actually. That doesn't happen very often. I cleanse the cards and kind of my intention is that they will be drawn for the right person at the right time. But occasionally it does come up wrong. So here we have the there's only two time frame cards in the deck, and you're getting spring. You're getting spring because spring is the one at the top. If it was this way, it'd be autumn. So you're getting spring. So what that means, so when we get a time frame card come up randomly when we haven't asked a question, it's the thing that's on your mind the most, the thing that you're really, really thinking about, that you really, really want. Maybe you've been trying to manifest, maybe you've been working towards, maybe you've been trying to achieve. It's going to manifest, it's going to come about at that time. So spring is when things are really going to pick up for you, and that manifestation is going to come. So maybe think about that. What is it that you've really been wanting, But let's do a starseed as well. Starseed, you have reflection. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. Sorry, gosh, I'll read it again. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. So yeah, when we see the reflection of ourselves in others, it's just good to not deny it. If we see something that a negative trait of ours in someone else, we have a tendency to ignore it. But yeah, just being really mindful about that, not ignoring it, and working on yourself as always. Um, wow, it's so beautiful. Call for cards. Yes. And you were thinking about marriage. Amazing. So yeah, maybe it's a proposal at that time. Maybe it's talking about it at that time. Hopefully. Okay. So also your shadow healing card. So you have anger, and this is use your anger in a creative and positive way that allows you to maintain your dignity whilst producing a far more satisfying outcome. So this is interesting because we actually spoke about this on the last stream. We were talking about using negative emotions in a positive way. So how to channel. We all feel anger at times, and sometimes it's justified. You know, if we feel angry at murderers and abusers, it's justified anger. Of course it is. But when we feel these negative emotions, we can channel them in a positive way. Whether that is, you know, whether that is, what can I say? A creative outlet. So sometimes people channel their anger through actual painting. We can all find different ways that we channel it, but the important thing is that we do something positive with it, basically. And I will also do, so Swathi, you said you were thinking about marriage, so let's do a love card. Oh, look at that. You have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So you have very soon, but I think that's the important thing about manifestation, and this is something else we spoke about again on the last stream, is that when you are trying to manifest something, if you are really trying to manifest a specific thing, do focus on what that is. Don't, sometimes we have like, oh, I really, really want to marry, I really, really want to manifest this person, and then our mind can go and wander, and we can be like, oh, what about that person? What about that person? If you're single, you might do that. Try to have very tunnel vision focus about what you want, so that you're not confusing the energy, you're not dissipating the energy to different directions, basically. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Ella says, has Andre thought about marrying me? Okay. I actually feel like it's yes. Let's see what the pendulum says. Yes. Yes, we get a yes. Pumpkin, does SM know now that no, so I can't differentiate between no and now. Does SM know now that I know he's been with my sister? Does he feel bad or relieved? Okay, so would he feel bad? Would Stu feeling bad? Yes. Or Stu relieved? Yes. A lot of the time as well, if we are covering a lie, even if we feel bad when it is released, it can be a relief to not have to cover things or lie about things all the time, Pumpkin says, is SM happy with my sister? Rephrase. No, just no on that. Yeah, it's really. But I think when we see uncertainty, when we see doubt, and we have uncertainty, we have doubt, it is good to confirm that, am I moving on or am I trying? And when you have that decision made, it does definitely hurt when it's the move on decision, but it can make it easier. Swathi, yeah, so I'm just praying for a good person, no specific. Yeah, so it's a little bit easier when we're doing that. You don't have a specific person. It's a little bit easier. So yeah, best of luck with that. Love, light, and blessings. It's really nice to see you. It feels like it's been forever since I saw you. But yeah, best of luck with everything you're trying to manifest. I wish everyone true love and abundance. and spiritual growth, you know. Hola, oh gosh, I can never pronounce things. Adarazo, Adarazo. I'm not sure. Feel free to let me know how to pronounce your name. But hola, and hello to Joram. I think Joram Mama. But Pumpkin says, "It's as I'm happy that I finally let go, and I'm okay if he stays with my sister." No, we got a no on that one. Um, yeah, so obviously it's prayers for Pumpkin, absolutely. And this is the thing as well. If you are going through anything, if it's physical, mental, or emotional, or spiritual, you're very welcome to message me or leave a message in here. I do my own prayers and meditations at the end of the day when I finish my work, and I'm always happy to put specific things in there. You know, we have people from anything, like I've hurt my leg to I've lost my cat to, you know, I'm going through a difficult court situation to I'm trying to get my, I don't know, dream home. Anything that's like you're really pressing you, you know. I mean, dream home is probably not as important, but you know what I mean. If it's super important, I do always include it in my prayers and meditations. Pumpkin, will I be able to fully recover from this within the next week? Okay. Hopefully. Yes, you guys are yes, and that's quite good. I feel like a lot of the time a week is a short space of time, really. Marianne, will I get my dreams back soon? Oh, have you stopped dreaming? Maybe, maybe it's not too soon. Ask Leela, hello, welcome back. Will I meet my love partner this year or next year? So let's do this year. Yes, I'm getting a yes to this year, so that's great. So just to let you guys know, I will be on for maybe about 10 more minutes, something like that. So we don't have too long left, but it's quite a nice, quiet and relaxed stream, so it should be okay. But yeah, so if you are new, sorry, I just completely forgot to say that. If you are new, yes or no questions for the pendulum, or you can choose from my oracle cards. We have Akashic, Chakra, Shadow Healing, Love, and Star Seed. Hello, ma'am. Can you please tell me why I can't focus on my study? And that's Joram Mama. So, okay, so you can't focus on your study. You do need to, do some meditation on your third eye and maybe even your root, to be honest with you. But you might even need a cleanser for those areas. But also, you should be, as long as you're not allergic, so do please, if you're allergic, don't take this advice. But if you're not allergic to rosemary, you can burn rosemary essential oil whilst you are studying, and that will help. So yeah. But a cleanser for your root and third eye may be necessary. Depends on how distracted you are. Swaffy says Pumpkin, you deserve better. Yes, absolutely. You deserve the best. Marianne, will I stop arguing with my hubby soon? Yes. I guess a yes on that, so I hope it's as soon as possible. Pumpkin, will I be able to get the UE job? Maybe. There's a possibility of that. And Pumpkin says, will I get married in October? Maybe. That's very soon. So it's interesting. Ask Leela, loving the heart emojis and things in the chat. It's lovely to see you. Pumpkin is moving in with M a good idea? Is she being genuine with me? Okay. Let's spin that again. We're getting a maybe. I don't think that's good enough for this question. Yes. Getting a yes on that, so that's good to know. Starseed card from Marianne. Signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. Isn't that the case for all of us, you know? We're all being nudged by these signs and synchronicities all the time. Pumpkin says Farsi card as well. Release. You have release. Um, Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. So if if it's kind of shifting you from being your authentic, natural self, release it. Swathi says appreciate your efforts for sharing your gifts and also for a wonderful arrangement of your place. Yes. Well, I think this is the thing is what I really want to get used to is being able to stream from anywhere, being able to connect with you guys and do crystal balls, pendulums, and whatever it might be, wherever I go. So I don't feel too tethered to a place, but also I don't neglect the community because I just love doing this. I don't know if anybody saw, but I got like a very, very tiny crystal ball, like about that big. So I can do crystal ball streams when I'm on the go now. I always feel like my crystal ball's too big, it's too heavy, it might break. This one's very small and it's in a very nicely packaged box that I will not throw away. Acacia for pumpkin. We have the Akashic Library. So you're getting the Akashic Library. So this is nice. The Akashic Library is very much about your ability to get information, basically. So it's about it can be very normal, like normal day to day, like reading books, watching videos, increasing your skills and your abilities and your information, your knowledge. It can generally just be about you being quite a smart or intelligent person. It can be kind of more 3D reality like that, but it can also be very, very spiritual with the Akashic Library. It can be about you being able to take information from your past lives. It can be about you having access to a higher kind of vision, higher, how can I say, higher perspectives. So being able to see consequences of actions, where paths lead to. It's a really, really kind of grown card. It's like it is a very represents intellect in spiritual intellect, emotional intellect, and like normal day-to-day like logical intellect. So it's a really positive card for you, particularly about your ability with learning and knowledge and things like that. So it really shows the power of the kind of person that you are. So yeah, it's a really nice one. Really positive one. Marianne, do I need to put a lavender plant in the kitchen window? Okay. Oh, respin for that. Respin again. Why don't want us to know about the lavender? No, getting a no on that. So maybe it's just not the right place. Pumpkin, should I do a forget me and release spell for SM and my sister to help me move on? Getting a no on that. So you might be in that power and energy to be able to do that for yourself. But again, if you do feel like you need any kind of spells, you're very welcome to message me or to check out my website as well. So, I think we have a fly. So I'll just say that whilst I'm here. My Facebook, Discord, and email are all in the description of the video. If you want to message me off stream, that goes for anybody. If you have any questions or queries or wanted to chat or show me something, tell me something, you're very welcome. If there's anything we've spoken about on stream as well that, like if I told you I was going to send you an article or something, you're very welcome to message me. And my website is secretfrequencies.com/shop, secretfrequencies.com/shop, and it has spells like for love and money and anything else. I have custom spells, so you can tailor it to exactly what you want. There's sessions like Reiki, energy clearing, and sound healing, and there's also readings. So all of the readings I do on stream are more in more depth for you, like one-on-one. Aslila, will I meet Sophia in a few months? And does she remember me? So will you meet in a few months? Let's see. No. And does she remember you? Yes, you get a yes on that. So I think I might have to go. I'm actually streaming like, oh no, I have about 3 more minutes. My man is making food whilst I'm streaming, so I have to go when it's done. Swathi says use lavender for protection and you will grow stronger. Yeah, lavender is a good one. I mean, I know it's really good for relaxing your energies in the third eye and things like that, but yeah, there's a lot of things that can be used for protection, but definitely use what resonates most with you. And that's a great suggestion from Swathi. It's been really nice to have you on stream. Pumpkin, does M know that A has ruined my romantic life in a drastic way? Oh, respin. We're getting some respins now. Yes, you're getting a yes on that one, Pumpkin. Marianne, has the stray cat been sent to us by the universe? Maybe. Of course. I would say of course. Swaffy says, love your crystal ball readings. Yes, they're definitely the favourite. They're definitely the preferred one. And I will be doing them pretty soon. Pumpkins, Anthony wants to be in a committed relationship or just a summer fling. So committed relationship, let's see. Maybe. Just a fling. So there's yes on fling, but there's maybe on committed relationship. So sometimes it can grow. Sometimes people think they want one thing and then they realise how much they like you. Kimberly Casey, good afternoon. Hello and welcome. So guys, if you are new in, you can ask a question or request a card, but I do have to go in about 1 minute. So we'll just see who is new in here. But Swathi, so to go back to the crystal ball reading as well, there might possibly be, I don't want to promise anything just yet because when I try to fit things in, I end up getting caught up or something happens. But maybe we might do a crystal ball tomorrow. Not promising just yet, but if I can, I will. So let's see. I will do questions for anyone who hasn't really had many answers, and then I will jump off. Joram says you speak too fast. I can't understand the words clearly. I am so sorry. I greatly apologise. I will try to talk a little bit slower. I think I'm in high energies at the moment. And yes, maybe I need to just take a breath, come down a little bit. I apologise. I will try. I try my best to be understandable to everyone. So I greatly apologise. Joram, is it? Please let me know how to pronounce your name. Swathi. Oh my gosh. Swathi, I'm really worried about what you've said. Maybe you could send me like a Facebook, Discord or email about it, because I do want to look into that. That's really, I'm pressed for time now that I have to jump off, but I would definitely want to take some time to look into that. I'm really sorry about that. Kimberly Casey, I will do one card for you as you haven't had one yet. So, okay. So you have reflection, the Akashic card of reflection. Reflection suggests that at the moment you're in a kind of more going inward period of your life. So it could be you might need to meditate a little bit more. You might have some decisions to really think on. And my tip for making important decisions as well is always make important decisions in the daytime with sunlight and fresh air. Don't make them in a stuffy building with false light, okay? But you do have a lot of reflection to do, whether that's about your life path or yourself, or just your spiritual path or your work path. It could be about anything. But the message is to recharge your social battery a little bit. Don't be going out too much and doing too much. Take time to yourself. Go within. Make sure you're not making any quick, rash decisions. You're not anything like that. You know what I mean? Like really quick impulse. You're not being impulsive. So yeah, a lot of meditation, a lot of going within, and you're also, it's kind of like planning for what you want to achieve. Don't worry too much about taking a load of action. Don't pressure yourself to take too much action. It's okay to just plan and think about things at the moment. There's no rush. You're still on the journey. You're very likely to get there. You just need a little bit of chill, quiet, you time, basically, is what it says. Don't forget self-care as well. That was for Kimberly Casey. It's very nice to see you. It's always nice to see new people. New people always come in when I'm jumping off. Pumpkin, I see that super chat, so sorry. I feel SM has done manipulation spells to keep me tied to him and the relationship. Should I do an unbinding spell? Okay. I'm getting a no. So perhaps maybe that has not been done and that's why you're getting a no. You could still do something like protection or cord cutting, but maybe unbinding is, maybe there's something more tailored to you that might be a bit better. Let's see. Yeah, Kimberly, it's really lovely to see you. Kimberly, you're very welcome. I hope to see you again. I'm really sorry to just catch you as I'm jumping out. So guys, like I said, all of my information is in the description of the video. Don't be shy. You're very welcome to reach out to me off stream. But yeah, I do have to go now. So, but yeah, if you guys have put, your issues and things in the chat, I will be thinking about you. Absolutely will. Prayers, meditations, everything like that. Yeah, cooking for me, how sweet. Yeah, he is very, very sweet. Sadia says, hey, I want to know, please, is my DM Faisal? He's very happy with Mariam, please. Answer me in yes or no, or someone else. Yeah, so I'll do yours quickly, Sadia. I'll do that quickly, but I really do have to go. So, yeah, I guess I'm yes on that. Happy with Mariam. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't want to end on a negative note. Rock Artist, hello and welcome. I'm so sorry that I'm jumping out right now. Maybe I should have done this at a different time. It seems like it's gotten busier towards the end. Yeah, Pumpkin, are you talking about the super chat? Yes, we got a no that you don't need an unbinding spell. Maybe there isn't a manipulation spell, but maybe there is some other things. Oh, is there a different one you want me to answer? Just re-comment it. If there's something I've missed that you're wanting me to answer with that, please can you just re-comment that? We'll jump out after Pumpkin's. Whatever I've missed from Pumpkin. But oh yeah, guys, if you realise that you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. Even if you only had 1 or 2 questions answered, the more likes I get on the video, the more I think, yeah, I should be coming back and doing more of this. If a video doesn't get very many likes, I feel like maybe I shouldn't do that type of video. So yeah, please just a little bit of support with the likes. I would appreciate that. But yeah, Pumpkin, put your last question here and I will do that as well. But guys, like I said, don't be shy. You're very welcome to reach out to me off stream and check out my website, secretfrequencies.com/shop. Okay, so did SM do a love spell on me after dating my sister? Because I feel I tried to move on from the relationship already. So that is my question. Okay, so did SM do a love spell on me after dating my sister? Okay. Yes. So you'd get a yes on that. So you get a yes on love spell, but not on manipulation spell. So yeah. Love, light and blessings to each of you guys. Like I said, if you realise you haven't liked the video yet, please do like that. It's so lovely to connect with you again. I got to do 2 streams today, so I'm really happy about that, and I'll be back on as soon as I can. Like I said, if I have the time tomorrow, I will do a crystal ball. It'll be evening GMT, kind of around this time, time this one started. But yeah, love, light and blessings to each of you. Thank you very much, Swathy. Yes, I will enjoy my lunch. Love, light and blessings. Very nice to see you.